We saw how you date manuscripts. Now, the question, is what we have in the New Testament what was written down, or has it been changed? The first question is asked of what we looked at called the bibliographical test is this. What is the timeline? How far are the copies that you have removed from the original? You know what I've learned over the years? Oh, I'll tell you. The more I compare the Scriptures, the Word of God, with any other literature of antiquity, any other literature, the greater confidence, respect, and admiration I have for the Word of God. Let me show you what I mean. Let me first do it in comparison with others and how their message is how far removed from the original. For example, Pliny the Younger. Maybe you know him as Pliny Secundus. But from the time Pliny Secundus wrote to the closest copy is 750 years. Everything else in between has deteriorated or rotted away or faded. Of Caesar and the Gallic Wars, 1,000 years separates it. Of Plato, 1,200 years from the time Plato wrote to the closest copy. Of Aristotle, wrote his Poetics 343 BC. Do you realize the closest copy is 1100 AD, 1,400 years removed? Of Euripides, it's 1,500 years. Sophocles, 1,400 years. Of Catullus, 1,600 years. When it comes to the New Testament, we can go back to within 50 years. There's no comparison with any other literature of antiquity. Now, the majority of the manuscripts and the full Gospels and all are probably right around 250 AD. Starts the majority of the manuscripts. But there's absolutely no comparison with any other literature in antiquity in the time distance from what we have to the closest copy. But the bigger question is this. How many copies do you have? You see, the more copies you have, the easier it is to reconstruct the original, the autographa, and produce what you would call a pure text or a percentage of a pure text.